WNHL 95.
Good afternoon, WNHL 95. This is your host, Ultra Magnus, and we are tickled pink or Dinkleberry pink by our distinguished guest, I would probably say. We have the one, the only, the man, the myth, the Dinkleberg. Dinkleberg. How's it going, buddy?
Ultra Magnus, how's it going?
It's going good. This is like I said earlier before we even started, this is like meeting God. It's like finding Heinz's dead body underneath the red truck that he tried killing somebody with.
Terrible excuse. Never get
it might be, but it might be.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I'm more excited for this one than I had done any of the other interviews.
Well, the pressure's on.
Well, it's pressure's on, and like we hope you meet the standard that you've set yourself up with the messaging. So
that's my biggest concern.
So
there it is.
Yeah. So give us a little backstory about yourself. I know your real name. People don't need to know it. You can stick with Dinkleberg if you want that.
The old Dink. Yeah,
Good old Dink.
But no, I guess the background would be, I grew up in Connecticut, so you kind of piece that together. And then, I don't know, I guess background wise, I work in export compliance. So I'm on a computer and I do things with the computer. So it's just spreadsheets.
So you basically see a lot of tickle puss and clients fucking illegal narcotics shifting hands if they're going over the borders.
That, depends.
Or have you gotten a payment from the wolf trying to fucking keep everything under wraps?
Pay for the what?
Keeping everything under wraps. Have you got the payment from Wolf yet?
Actually, it didn't clear. Gave me a bunch of Amazon gift cards, but they were zero.
There we go. It must be that Philadelphia ding dong currency then.
The Target one went through, but that's
okay. That's good. As long as he gave you the Target gift card, you're okay.
Yeah, but yeah, no, that's it's really just checking boxes. It's not like a big deal. And then I guess I'm always terrible at this question. It's like a couple days ago I was getting my hair cut and the barber was, for some reason, it's kind of weird thinking back to it, but he asked me, he's like, how old are you? Which, why are you asking that? But I had to actually crunch the numbers in my head, and I was like, 30? And he shoots right back and he's like, is that a question? I was
like, what year was I born in? Fuck, I can't even remember that.
It was brutal, but no, I'm always bad at answering that question. I guess there's not really much of a backstory. I turned 30 2 months ago. That matters. Okay. But I like to golf, but who doesn't? And then
you like cleaning balls.
Gotta use the ball cleaner. It never works though, so it's broken down.
Well, it's probably because your balls are too big. That's why.
I suck. I can't drive for shit.
Stick to mini putt.
I suck at that too, actually.
Shit, and why play golf? I was gonna say, like, anytime somebody's asking me my age, I'm like, okay, my age or my dick's age. I'm like, my age, I have this, then I have to subtract when was the first time I like hit puberty and started jerking it. Then I have to subtract that from my real age to find out how old my cock is. So my cock's under 30. So I'm really good with that right now.
Oh, I never thought of it like that. Oh shit, dude, I'm basically like 19.
15. You're still a teen.
Not waking up with boners anymore though.
Well, fuck, you're gonna have to start flicking it and tying rubber bands around it, then you'll be fine. So this is kind of more of an oddball question. It's I don't ask many teams, like any of the GMs when they come onto the interview, what is the principle of the Dinkleberg Dinkleberries? And the logo itself, you have to give everyone a backstory.
Principle. Honestly, it was kind of don't really remember creating it. It's kind of a fever dream, more of a marketing project. Okay. But I feel like the combination of the avatar with Dinkleberg, I can pretty much get away with anything. So not really sure how that came to fruition, but yeah, that's
you don't know, like when you like, so just so the coaches that don't know Dinkleberg, when he left the first time or the only time he's left, everybody says we have to retire the center ice. because of that face on center ice when you're skating by it. You just want to like slap your stick on it or something, or I don't know, do some kind of memorial service. But now that you're back, are the Dinklebergs coming back next season?
Oh, the Dinklebergs are back.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
oh, you've heard it
Oh,
first
babe.
from the mouth of the Berg.
Dinks are back. I think,
Oh.
I kind of traded my team into oblivion, and then I think with Leviathan's team, is that how you say it? I don't know. But that
Leviathan, yeah, I guess that's right.
might get like 12 wins next year. We'll see what happens.
I think, but put it this way: there's gonna be questions that are gonna be kind of popping through this that you're gonna end up finding out. Be like, yeah, I can kind of see that things have changed, blah 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 blah. But what's
Yeah,
your best? Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. No, I cut you off.
No. Don't worry. Go ahead. You were about to say, and I jumped in.
I was saying, like most season games, I feel like I fold half the time. Do better in exhibitions. I don't know. I kind of suck at those too. Definitely the playoffs, the shitty playoff cup. Definitely fold.
Well, don't worry. Everything is up on the Ziggurat. You're gonna be fine. Once you get your hands back onto it and like choke somebody,
There's like
okay.
There's like a section of my condo which is like I know I can throw the controller as hard as I can and it'll just break against the door. So
is it a padded corner or no?
What was that?
Is it going to be a padded corner eventually?
There's like one little mark scuff, but yeah, you probably should pad the sides of that.
Yeah,
I've broken so many of those shitty controllers, those USB ones.
Oh, that's why I use an Xbox wireless one, and every time it happens, it's like midway through the game, it says, "Oh, disconnecting." I'm like, "Motherfucker, I'm skating with it," and then my player just stands there for like 3-4 seconds. Then I have to go back and backtrack because I just got blown up.
I never even thought to use the analog stick, huh?
No, not the analog stick, but I use the D-pad on it anyways. But like the analog stick, I haven't really used it all that much. I don't really find a huge difference. I prefer the directional pad anyways.
Yeah. Kind of spins a lot.
Yeah. So what's your best and worst NHL 95 experience? It could be current, it could be past, it could be really past, whatever it is, or your penis's age as well. So then it'll be back when you were 15.
Well, the worst experience just pops out immediately. It was the season 1 shitty player cup where I thought I was like on a hot streak and then just nips just totaled my ass.
And look at him now.
In a slant. I tomahawked the shit out of that controller. that really pissed me off. But yeah, I don't know. The best moment,
the return of Dink. That'll be your motto for season 7.
Not really sure where I left. Yeah, I guess about any game won, or the games that I do win. The games won against good people.
Okay.
Beating Nets.
You've had some surprising wins over the last like week and a half, 2 weeks.
It's so inconsistent.
I'll put it this way: it's better to be a little inconsistent and pull off some victories that people weren't expecting to happen, and then take those as a badge of honor. Because some of those games I probably would have lost, and some of the other guys would have lost too. So even the games against Colin, you did pretty good too. And Colin's like the fucking everyone's enigma, especially mine. I haven't beat him yet. So
Colin's so good too. Like his team is, if you look at the ratings, there's no one like that stands out.
Naslin's the only one. Naslin's the
fucking slaps with him.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
That cow is fucking building up again. Yeah.
Well, that's the best one that you can use on the tip of your cock, so you can make sure that it feels different.
It works.
How did you get involved in the league? The first time and then now. The one I know because you reached back out to me, but I don't know if somebody else reached out to you beforehand or not.
I don't think like it all started when it was like 3 months or not 3 months, 3 years ago. My brother moved back in with me for like 2 months and he was looking for a new place. So we dug the Super Nintendo out, dug it out of the ground. And we're playing like NHL 96, like constantly. Like it became like a daily thing, and then it started to get pretty heated. And then I was the only one playing it daily. And then I joined 94, and that was
you can be blunt about it.
About how terrible I am.
About it, how you feel about 94.
It's slower, it's more technical, and I suck at it. Some of those guys, I don't even want to say the word, but like yeah, there's something there's a couple brain connections that I'm not gonna ever make with that. But then I don't know if it was you or Hines sent me the link to 95. I really can't remember.
Were you on the 94 website?
I was.
So then
Losing
I
every
must have
game.
posted, I think I posted it there, and then I think you reached out from there.
That makes sense. I don't remember that.
The links are still there from the original time when I started the league.
That is probably how it happened. I don't know how I found that though, because I rarely check those forums.
I guess you were probably searching for 95 and then it popped up, maybe. I don't know.
Suck too bad at this. Let's get something new. But no, I think 95 is the perfect balance because I don't know. I try to go back to 94 sometimes and it's so slow. It just doesn't. The crowd looks better, I guess. There's that one dude that walks like the beer, but no, 95 is the one.
Well, I've been telling a few guys in the league I'm coming up with some new developments for season 7. I might as well say it now because this is like an unprecedented interview, so I have to add some kind of jazz to it as well. So the scoreboard when you're starting the game or you're pressing pause, there's going to be ads on the jumbotron. Now the jumbotron's going to look completely different. The scoreboards are going to look completely different. The back menu when you start the game is going to look completely different. The hot and colds are going to look completely different. And I'm looking to see if I can extend the barrier for the glass so that the puck doesn't go out of play all the time.
Ooh, extend the barrier. No breakage.
No breakage or glass breakage, maybe.
No, that's good because that makes it its own. Really makes the whole ROM its own thing.
Definitely.
Or the ads, though. Jerk mate, chat your rate.
I'm gonna put something on down there. I'm gonna say like I don't know, Tickle Puss Productions or the Wolf and Klein podcast or Dinkleberg's Dinkleberries.
There you go.
Who knows? We're gonna have to do something unique for season 7. I think it's getting to the point where I need to jazz it up a little bit more.
Throw that podcast, Raycon earbuds.
Maybe. So this is like a kind of a sideways question. What's the good and the bad of what you find about this league?
The good and the bad. The good is I guess I would say the bad is the bad connections because I don't know though because I haven't really tested it through the 94 one, but
the 94 one we're finding out it's actually really smooth.
I think it really only came this year. I kind of noticed it, but for some reason I can't connect to anyone who's in Ontario. I don't know how far away that is from Connecticut. I know it's kind of far, but that's
Connecticut. You're closer to more of like Nova Scotia.
Oh shit! Am I really?
Yeah, you're closer to Nova Scotia because you're up near where like Boston and Connecticut, what's called Vermont, up in that area, and that's closer to like the tail end of Quebec going east, and then Ontario's all the way like back, basically like north of Ohio, Michigan, and everything else like that. So it's around the water, and I think that's a cause for some of the bad connections.
Honestly, I'm having trouble even putting Ohio on a map. Trying to think where that's near.
It's north of Pennsylvania, west of Pennsylvania a bit. Yeah, I think
that adds up.
Indiana's right next to Ohio, so's Kansas and all that.
Really? I've never been to any of those landlocked states. Shit.
They're mid-central, especially Pennsylvania. Who cares about that one?
It's just big and Philly sucks.
Yes, they're going to lose tonight to the Giants, which is going to be glorious.
You think they will? Oh shit!
The Giants have nothing to lose. They're playing with house money. Fuck the Eagles. Fuck Jalen Hurts. Fuck the Philly Ding Dongs. Like, I want them to lose just so they can fucking cry that they did it. And then tomorrow, I want San Francisco to beat Dallas, and then they can all shut the fuck up about fucking Dak Prescott and the wonderful Cowboys, especially Shannon and Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless, my Cowboys. Go suck a dick.
I hate Skip Bayless.
I fucking hate Skip Bayless. The only guy I like on these morning shows is Colin Hurd.
He's pretty good. Yeah, all the ESPN ones are still like, oh man, I hope they do beat them. Because I went to the Giants Patriots game. What was it, like a couple months ago? Okay. Giants kind of slapped them around. I can see them beating the Eagles. I need to bet the other way then.
They got that chip on their shoulder right now, and I think they have a type of team that can beat them. Who knows how good Jalen Hurts is going to be? Nobody knows. Like fucking, even though he played like dog shit in that last game of the season, we're gonna find out. They shouldn't have beat the Giants, but the Giants were playing all their backups. So the Eagles were playing all their starters because they were still in the running for the #1 pick. If they had lost that game, the Eagles, Niners would have been the first overall #1 seed. So
yeah, he would have slapped it too.
Yeah,
If you
imagine
want
you
to
give
see
the
the Giants
49ers 2 weeks of rest. Jeez.
yeah, I think they could do it too. Yeah, they are playing with house money.
Yeah. So is Dallas to some degree, but Dallas, I just hate them. It brings me back
Fuck the
so many bad
Cowboys.
memories of the 80s and 90s. So
I can't stand it. Yeah. Now the Cowboys are trash.
yeah, they are. So what are some things in the league that you would want to change?
No, I gotta fix my parlay after saying that.
Come again?
Huh. I have to fix my parlay. I'm not really feeling solid on the Eagles now.
Well, that's my opinion. I wouldn't pick the Eagles, but likelihood they could probably still beat the Giants. But the Giants are a cold weather team. They're used to cold weather. They play in New York and they're playing in Philadelphia, which is a little bit further south, and the weather hasn't been bad in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, no, because they've been playing like constant rain at home.
Yeah,
It's an away
rain,
game though.
sleet, whatever you want to fucking call it. And the Giants are battle fought or battle tested to some degree, more than Philadelphia.
It is true.
And who knows how Danny Dimes is going to do.
It's also true. Yeah, I'm gonna switch that parlay up.
If you lose and it's my fault, don't fucking blame me. I'm just telling you my point of view. I just hate the Eagles.
I like the Eagles. I was rooting for them and had like that perfect season, but then they kind of blew it. But
well, you know what happens when teams always have a perfect season? It never happens.
Unless you're the Dolphins, the 80 years ago.
Yep, back in the 60s.
That doesn't count though. Yeah.
No, it doesn't. Or is it the 70s? I can't fucking remember.
Yeah, I don't remember either. It wasn't like 30 years ago before I was even born.
Right? Just floating around in your dad's sack.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, it happens. So we're gonna go to rapid fire. So it's basically you tell me one or the other. You can give a description of it, why, but you don't have to.
Okay.
94 or 95?
Oh, 95.
And
speed.
Speed. An evening of drinking or an evening of eating?
Oh, evening of drinking, easily.
Putting them together, now you have a party.
Then you get sick. You end up drinking more than you eat.
That's true.
At least I end up doing that. No, definitely drinking.
There you go. I'd take an evening eating because there's no limits. I'd be fucking, yeah, I'd probably shit myself and then go back and do it some more.
Exactly.
Ass or tits?
Oh, ass, 100%.
50 years of marriage of shit or 1 year marriage of bliss ending in tragedy?
Ooh. How hot are they? Scale 1 to 10. How hot were they after?
Well, put it this way: she might have been hot. She might have been hot initially. Then 50 years of you fucking beating like your heart to the heart's desire because she's ground you down to a pulp, or 1 year and she's pretty. That's why it's ending your marriage of bliss. You wouldn't marry her if she was fucking dog ugly.
And the way I chalk it up,
and the way I chalk it up, you can have 51 year marriages of bliss.
That is true, but that's kind of sad.
Okay, so let's put a curve.
I'll take the 1 year.
Let's put a curveball on it. She's hot for the 50-year marriage, and the other ones are okay.
Oh, she's hot for the 50. Oh,
I should switch that up. 50 years of marriage of shit with a hot woman, and 1 year marriage of bliss with an average one.
What color's their hair?
You're a Dinkleberg guy. Let's go with let's go brunette.
Oh yes, sir. I'll take the 50 years of hot
so am I. Now I'm overthinking this. Now I'm like 50 years marriage of a brunette.
I know, but like
the bliss one, she's a carrot top. Red rocket. I don't know.
Redheads are. I've only hooked up with like one redhead, and she was. I don't know something about the red hair.
And she was pretty wild, but she was very conservative. but wild ones.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like,
I think there's a
weirdly, it's like
stigma out there. I think there's a stigma out there that rockets are freaking fun, but you have to get them in the right context, I guess. We'll have to ask Dinkleberg that, the real Dinkleberg. Or Carrot Top. Apparently, he looks like shit now, too, so.
Got jacked, too. I actually bought Carrot Top tickets last year, but he canceled his, he was at MGM Springfield, and he canceled his concert like 8 hours before it. And it's like, sick. He's pretty jacked, though. It's like shit.
Yeah, but you have nothing else going for you.
I know. So, dude, he's worth like his net worth is like over 100 million too, which makes I don't understand it.
I don't know either.
Props payout. I don't.
I think like of the 100 million, he must have had to at least invest a 1 or 2 million into his face because it looks like it's stretched.
I don't know what the like motivation was for that. No one looked like you looked like shit before plastic surgery. Now you look worse.
Yeah, you look like a cosmetic counter blew up on his face, and like it looks stretched. Looks like he's in urgent pain all the time.
It looks like you went through like a sex change, and like halfway through the doctor's like, "Fuck it."
Well, there's no going back on this one.
Like, fuck it. I don't know. Take it off.
Tacos or burritos?
Ooh, tacos. Need the crunch.
Yeah, I like burritos. There's more to it. Cowboys or 49ers?
Oh, 49ers. Fuck the Cowboys.
Good. Kittens or puppies?
Ooh. I don't like animals, honestly. I think they just make everything dirty.
Which one is the least threatening then?
Well, cats make me sneeze. I guess let's go with puppies. They piss everywhere though, so does a cat. I'll take the cat because it's more respectful.
There you go, I guess.
Classier.
Heinz or Vic?
Oh, I forgot Vic disappeared.
Yeah.
What happened to Vic?
He had a blow up with Segathon over a playoff series. I told them both to go MIA until the series is over. He didn't listen. He just went back to the Discord channel and just kept on rallying up the crowd. I see it from both perspectives. We had some glitch issues, but at the end of the day, shit happened. I told them to do something, they didn't do it. There's also the factor that I said, hey, listen, just don't do this. Stay out of it. Just play your games and get it over with. Just didn't want to listen. So I get to see him now now I get to see him down in Pennsylvania when I come.
Oh shit, I forgot all about that. Oh yeah. Oh wow, so you had to boot him. I guess he did get kind of like angry at times. I'm gonna pick Italian. Though. Yeah. Is he Italian?
Yeah. Huh. Joe Trenzo. The fuck?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I'm Greek, so I'm just as fiery as him.
Like Vic did nothing wrong. He said he apologized.
Yeah, he did. But at the same time, too, like on the backside, like the communication between me and him was fine. Like understanding, respectful, and everything like that. Same thing with Segathons. I never had an issue with. Some people say it's biased because I went to the Segathon tournament, and then on top of it too, like I don't know. I just get that feeling some guys in the league think that I play favoritism to the Segathon guys. But I'm like, listen, like treat everyone the same. I'd boot anybody from the league if it comes to the point where you're putting my fucking head at risk, where I gotta fucking keep thinking about every single thing that you do. Like, to be honest, you were even at a point that you were gonna get booted.
But, was I? Oh shit! I was talking about the football player, not the actual Mike Vick.
I thought you were talking about Mike Vick, the football player, piece of garbage, but like great athlete.
He did his time.
He did. He paid his dues.
Well, I was about to get booted. Shit.
When was that? That was at the very beginning, and then I think it was when you bolted because of your appendix, and then what had happened with that Matthew Stafford.
Oh yeah, wait, that was at the beginning too, or when I first started?
No, at the beginning, it was just that we were trying to like sort it out, like mind your P's and Q's to some degree, but then there was that instance that you had with Moses.
Yeah.
And then like I was just gonna try to settle it out, and then you went fucking AWOL.
So like when AWOL, the account got banned or Discord, I don't know. But But yeah, I put
I
a lot
don't
of
know
money on
how.
Stafford.
I really don't know how because I started messaging. I'm like, why isn't it fucking go through? He says this user's been deleted. I'm like, what? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Like,
because usually, yeah, because usually when you delete it, it has like a bunch of numbers. But yeah, that happened. No, I put a lot of money on Stafford. He fucked it up. Fuck Matt Stafford.
yeah, fuck him. Now they got Baker Mayfield.
Even worse. Try not to bet on that anymore.
Regression. And Sean McVay was contemplating whether he was going to come back or not. He's like, fuck it, I'll come back. They still owe me $6 million, so I'll take it.
Yeah.
AM or PM?
Oh, I guess like going back to the last question, I'm gonna give it to Heinz though, because he did name the Dinkleberries. So
that's true. That's true.
57 varieties, weirdo.
AM or PM?
Oh, PM.
TikTok or Twitter?
I don't use either, honestly.
Good. I'm finding out a lot of the people on here, we're geeks, but at the same time too, we don't use the shitty stuff out there.
I got rid of all of that. Instagram, all of it. It's like I have my Facebook, and it's like you log in, you see like pictures from high school, and it's like, oh, I don't want to see that.
No,
and then
I don't even want to see 2 years ago, let alone fucking 15.
I want to see that. Yeah, exactly.
Fuck that. Exactly. Android or iPhone?
iPhone.
Down B or tickle puss?
Tickle puss. Down B is for degenerates.
Oh,
in $6. Down B is not a fair goal. It's not.
No,
because there's a delay. There's a delay for taking goalie, and it takes like 2 seconds for you to hold B. Down B is not. The only way to stop it is to take the goalie and like kind of block it. No,
even that's difficult because unless your goalie has good puck control, that puck going in.
Yeah, it goes right. Yeah, no, down B is for pussies. No.
Yeah, nope. Put it this way: it's been highly debated over the last few weeks. Even before you came on, apparently Wolf is using it as a part of his toolbox, his arsenal, because he's not an honorable man.
That's sick fuck.
And these sick fucks are saying that I'm saying untruths. All I am is truths. That this is going to become a fucking. Honestly, I feel like I'm running for president. I have to freaking protect my honor here to some degree, and I love those guys with all my heart. But at the same time, too, stop spreading rumors, man. Like your down B is not a part of your arsenal. Segathon's the only one allowed to do it because he's done it since the beginning.
I'll give him that. Yeah, he's good. Green light on that.
He's green light on it for that because he's done it. He's done it for that long. No one's gonna say boo because they expect it. Even his center ice says dirty down B.
Yeah, you expect it. That's the thing. I don't know. It's like because the second you down B someone, it's like, all right, well, I'm just gonna down B now for the rest of the game and get like. I don't even want to do
it. I think I did it. Ruined it. I think I did it once, and it was just basically to say, hey, you know what? Like, it's the end of the game. I'm just going to shoot it. I've never scored on a down B, and I think I scored a down B in the NHL 94 Chaos League. I did a down B, and I felt bad. I messaged you guys, said, I'm sorry. He's just like, for what? I'm like, oh, so that's allowed in 94.
It's allowed there.
Dishonorable. Yeah, that's what I say it is.
Yeah, it's kind of like an unwritten agreement. Don't be a down B bitch.
Don't be a down B bitch. And the way I look at it, okay, if you're in desperation, it's at the end of the game, cool. I don't mind you trying it. But if you're doing it on your very first shift and you score and you think you're fucking holier than thou, oh, I've lost respect. Wolf, I'll give you the kiss of death when I see you in person.
Because then the fucking music is like bump, 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 bump. It's like, fuck you.
You're like, motherfucker, I want to punch the screen. Luckily, I only have one screen to punch. I don't want to punch it.
Yeah, no, I don't want to.
City or country?
What was that? I think it.
City or country?
I think the audio cut out. Hold up 1 sec.
City or country?
City or country?
Yeah.
Man, I guess living in Connecticut, country. The city's too much now. It's just not. City when you're younger, but then you get like a little bit old, like around like 20. It gets old quick because I lived there for about like 2 years, and it's just like you can have a car, you can drive around, but you're not really driving, and then you're always on top of each other. Definitely country. No, I can't.
The city's full of fucking posers.
It really is. Like you walk around, they have like they Google their outfits, and it's really obvious. It's not. It is full of posers and homeless people, and cops and dirt.
And more
Yeah,
dirt.
NYC is gross. It's not gross. I mean, the food isn't that good. It's just like it was kind of
Overpriced.
okay. Yeah, it was kind of okay like 3 years ago or whatever. Once COVID hit, it became such a pain in the ass to travel around. Like $8 Ubers from like Grand Central to like Midtown or like Brooklyn was like $11, $12. Now it's like $45 plus the train ticket. It's just not worth it.
No, fuck that. I'll take a bicycle.
Yeah, no. There's nothing even there too.
Risk taker or play it safe? I kind of got a feeling that you're a risk taker. So
Yeah, I'm gonna go with risk taker.
Yeah.
Risk taker, sorry. Couple of drinks today. And the
not risk taker, a risk taker.
risk kind of fighting through some heartburn, whiskey heartburn. Flintstone vitamins didn't help.
Death metal or opera?
Ooh, I can't stand metal, so I'm gonna go with opera on that.
Okay. People getting hurt or people getting owned?
People getting hurt, yes.
I like people getting owned. It's just something that you run your mouth and get punched and you get knocked out. I'm just like, that's just fun.
Huh. I guess.
That's my opinion. You don't have to flop. You don't have to flop because I said it.
It's kind of like the same thing though. No, people getting hurt. It's way funnier.
Yeah. Road trip or camping?
Ooh, I mean, I've driven to Florida a couple times. That's pretty brutal. I don't really like either, to be honest.
You could say push.
I'm gonna say push.
Hey, it kind of goes in tail with this: Vegas or Atlantic City.
Honestly, neither. Mohegan and Foxwoods are miles better.
Okay, there you go.
And that's yeah.
Diarrhea or vomiting?
I don't know if I'm the only one, but I've definitely diarrheaed and then vomited at the same time. But that's I'll go. Oh shit. Yeah, let's go with
literally shit. You're firing from every hole.
Yeah, I'll die. If I can vomit once and get it over with, that's fine. If I vomit repeatedly, I'm gonna look terrible. I'm gonna go with let's go with pissing out my ass. Yeah, diarrhea.
There's just something about puking. I always think about puke and rally, but the thing is that when you get older and you puke, it's not fun, man. It's like dry heaving out a shoe.
You're like spitting up. It's like, oh shit, is that blood?
Puke and rally only works. Did I just rupture my esophagus?
Puke and rally.
Puke and rally.
Yeah.
Fact or fiction?
Fact or fiction? Fact. That's it.
Long blowjob or short sex?
Ooh. Long blowjob. Less work.
You're not doing anything. You're just enjoying.
Yeah, I'd rather sit down.
You might have to hold her hair. That's about it.
I hate doing that too.
You know what you do? You just have, you know what everybody says? You always have those Lance Armstrong wristbands. You just like, you have him on there just for her. You say, tie your hair up with this. I don't care. Put it in a ponytail.
You do walk around with like wristbands on it.
Yeah, I walk around with wristbands in my pocket just for the fun of it.
Even then you see like a girl, like, yeah, she like throws the hair up really quick with the thing. It happens like 5 seconds. It's like, why didn't you do that? I don't know how they do that.
Or they're doing this. They're going to town. They're saying 1 minute I got to go get a hair clip or like a ponytail thing. You're like, Jesus, you should have fucking forethought on this and had it right next to the fucking bed or around your wrist, one or the other.
I don't even know how bobby pin works, honestly.
Bobby pins are not that effective.
No, they're not.
No. Infinite money or infinite life?
Ooh. I think if I lived really long, I'd probably go crazy. So I'll go with infinite money. Yeah.
So the one thing I should have maybe adjusted on this is infinite life is that you're set at a specific age and you don't age.
Okay, what age is that?
Let's say 35. The only reason why I'm going with 35 is that you're not old enough to have a midlife crisis, but you're still young enough to fucking get in the sack with 20-year-olds.
Huh. Shit.
You'll find out in 5 years.
finding out now. Things hurt. Sleeping wrong. It's like even hangovers last like 2 days now.
Oh, ask Gaelic Gopher about hangovers. He just came back from Vegas and he says it's been a week and he's still hungover.
It does last. It's like, am I getting sick? Am I dying? Is my liver killing?
It's
Yeah,
the dry heating of that shoe coming out still.
I guess I'll go with infinite life. That's a long time to fuck around.
Yeah, but you could see how things develop. You'll have insight to everything. Everybody who's talking about the past, you'll have the information, even though it's available on the internet. But I for some reason I would think it would be more cool if it was infinite money, but infinite life in reverse. But you stay at that same age, but in going back in time. So you see everything that happened, but you have the technology of being able to do it all in the past.
It is interesting.
I don't know.
Yeah,
There's
going back in time.
twist.
I think the only hiccup with infinite life is you kind of gotta watch everyone you know die, as you look fucking perfect at 35. So that's yeah, I'm gonna stick with infinite money on that.
All right,
I thought
next
it was
one.
recording.
Come again?
I thought it was recording. Yeah, there.
No, there it is. Dorm or frat house?
Oh, frat house, 100%.
I lived in the dorm and I lived in a frat house. Both of them are fun. Dorm, for some reason, you can always sneak into the girls' rooms without them really noticing too much. Frat house, you got to get like that pass to get into the frat house. So if it's an all-girls frat house, you ain't getting in.
Yes, I was like, the sororities are kind of. It's usually like the uglier chicks are there. I don't. I mean, I was in a dorm for the first like point. I don't know, like the first like half of the semester, and then like I transitioned to the frat house, and then I mean, the frat house has like 18 people though. The dorms are the worst because I remember I don't know like at Quinnipiac they would you couldn't sign. They made like some rule for our building specifically that you couldn't sign someone in past like 10 o'clock. It's like, what am I paying for? And then I got kicked out for smoking weed. So then the frat house kind of worked out for that.
So you're like this. I have to sign in after. I can't sign in after 10 or bring somebody in. I get kicked out for smoking weed and then also drinking through the quad, and jerking off on the librarian doesn't count because I was still quiet.
Doesn't count. She didn't complain. Doesn't count.
No, because she started raising her voice. I said silence. I pointed to the sign above her head.
I didn't finish college though. I went 4.5 years, didn't finish. I still, man, no.
You're like, do I go back to just get the diploma? I wake up sometimes wondering, did I even graduate? But then I'm like, yeah, I got my master's degree. Yeah, I got my university degree. I'm like,
oh, shit.
What the fuck?
Master's. Yeah, I couldn't stomach going back and sitting in that classroom and just listening to retards talk.
Imagine you go back now. Imagine you go back now. I'm at my age. I'm just like, if I went back to school, I'd probably shouldn't say this on cam or on video, but like I'd hit on the girls, the young ones. I'd be like, "Oh, you're older." I'm like, "Yeah," and my fucking my hog is very well seasoned for your youngins.
I know. It's like, you just take a picture of me. I feel like I get arrested if I went back now.
Hey, I'm documenting. That's what I'm saying. I'm taking inventory here. And if they say anything about it, you'd be like, well, I can delete it here. All you know, though, it goes to my Google Drive. Technology is quite key.
Backed up on the cloud.
Right on the cloud. Sorry, it's gone. It's up there. It's infinitely gone now. Summer or fall?
Summer in Connecticut is so humid. I'd say fall. Yeah, fall.
Get that crisp ocean air come rolling in.
Yeah, you get sweater weather too.
There you go. Nice. Locked out or locked in?
To what?
Your choice. You can get locked into an insane asylum, but get locked out of your house.
I'll take locked out because I don't have any responsibility. So I'll go locked out.
Everything's on the cloud anyways.
I got locked out. It's not my fault. I don't care.
No, there you
it's
go.
Over. Lockout. Period. Yeah. Sorry.
Bath or shower?
Shower. Who takes baths?
I do.
You actually?
Huh. Yeah. Fuck. I soothe my bones, and I have to fucking try to relax from all the bullshit I have to deal with the guys from High.
You got me thinking. I kind of I haven't taken a bath in a while. Nice Epsom salt bath.
Damn
Huh.
fucking diggity. Hey, there's nothing. Everyone says, "Oh, you're bathing in your own filth." Put it this way: if you take a shower first, clean off the filth, then run a hot bath with Epsom salts with a nice tequila, and you fucking put on some fucking jams and you just relax. What's bad with that?
Yeah, it's true. It's good for the pores too. Soak, let the
Yeah,
dirt
why
just
do
settle
I have
off.
to exfoliate?
I gotta start doing that too. I
I,
never do that.
I have to keep my balls somewhat fucking nice and refreshed.
Actually, I respect the bath because you can take such a lazy shower. You really can't take a lazy bath.
No, fuck that, man. If I'm running hot water to lay in for the next half hour, I'm doing this right. Shower, you can go in there and be like, just wash the main areas. You wash the teeth, wash the hair, wash the armpits, and wash the crotch and the asshole. And that's all. You can forget the feet, you can forget the elbows and the hands. The hands are doing all the fucking work anyways.
Then you get tired. I get out of breath. 7 o'clock. It's like, oh shit.
Fuck, I only
Especially bending
started
down.
doing my fucking balls. I still have to fucking pull back the skin, rub the asshole. Oh, fuck. And then you have to worry about the dingleberries.
Actually, I don't have hair there for some reason. I don't know if that's really personal, but I don't grow hair on my ass, so no
Well,
dingleberries here.
you put it this way, you're lucky. Not that I have any dingleberries, it's just that I don't get that fucking luxury of no hair. I'm fucking Greek, so it's basically coming out of me in every fucking pore.
You're wearing a sweater 24/7. No,
Pretty
it's weird.
much.
I have like hair just like I have no hair on my back. It's just right on the bottom. Looks like a trail
Yeah,
of death.
you got the back pussy.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
it's
just
really ugly.
basically the hair, the patch of the top, and your cracks the fucking lips.
What is that? What is that connecting to?
You don't want to know. You got it when you're looking at it in that way, then you're basically your penis is an innie because it's all the way in the back. So I guess,
Yeah, especially if you shave the front and then the back's all hairy.
and
Fucking
then you look
jacket.
really bad. Especially if you do the fucking what's it called, the fruit basket, where you tuck everything behind and then it's going through the cheeks. Everyone's like, "What the fuck's going on with this? Is this an upside down vagina?" I don't know.
Razor marks all over it.
Yeah, fuck, it looks like a Freddy Krueger movie.
You got to stay on top of that. That is.
Oh yeah, you do. You gotta use that eucalyptus to make sure everything's nice and clean. So
I get
beer,
it.
beer or spirits,
Spirits, 100%.
Jason or Freddy?
Oh shit. Let's go with Jason. Hotter girls.
That's true. Freddy's always saying forgot the power glove, and then we had that one girl like that was decent, but she didn't speak very much. So I guess that's good in a way.
The one that got like slashed up on the bed and like bleeds
Yeah,
out.
pretty much. She turns it like how much? How is there that much blood? I don't know.
It's not realistic.
No, it's give me some facts here. That's a lot of fiction, and I know it's fake. It's a movie, but at the same time, to be a little bit more realistic.
Yeah, Freddy kind of does suck. They don't really like they made like what, like 1,000 Jason movies, but they don't really try to remake the Freddy ones.
Well, it's because you got the
Suck.
main guy who's Freddy that you can't really get. It's off. There's just so many movies that flooded through my head. When they did Total Recall, they did the remake. I said, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Mm.
Like, let's just do a remake. And then Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, let's go bring fucking Johnny Depp. No, don't fuck with Gene Wilder. Respect this movie. Then there's like Jaws 7, or like how many fucking sharks are there? Free Willy is the other one, like Free Willy 11, the escaping from the bubble bath. It's just like how is this whale this dumb, but he's an escape artist?
Sad ass whale. Can't make it out.
Fucking
I
weird.
agree with that though. Oh, the Willy Wonka one was awful. Johnny Depp looks like a pedo on that. It just because Gene Wilder could actually sing. There was nice like composition, and then yeah,
And
I
his
don't
Oompa
know.
Loompas were actually Oompa Loompas. They were all different. They weren't the one same guy. Fucking because all the Oompa Loompas were different. They were short, tall, they were wide, they're skinny. Then the Willy Wonka one with Johnny Depp, they were all the same little Indian guy.
That's so true. I didn't even think of that.
Fucking details, people, details. There's only been one series where the movie was actually good. Rocky 4. Yeah, Rocky 1 was okay. Rocky 2 was like, all right. Number 3, Mr. T, we were like, whatever the fuck. Number 4 was good. Number 5, you have Billy the Kid. You're like, that was stupid. Oh, it was a street fight. He basically, what was his name? The guy, I just recently just watched a YouTube video with him. Fuck.
Oh, the actor, the black guy.
He was the white guy. The actual, like, he was a boxer. He was really good, and then he just like fell off a cliff. Fuck, I can't. His name's.
I know what you're talking about.
It'll come back to me. He was a white guy. They said the Great White Hope. They called him. I'm like, okay, like, so was the Klitschko's, but that's neither here or there.
I like the Rocky one where he's like, I lost all my money.
Let me become a coach. I'll go over here and punch somebody.
He's like, he wasn't even trying to.
What did Mr. He says your wife is beautiful.
It's fucking a joke.
He is a
I
joke.
heard this is money. He was like the alcoholic coach or whatever, and he like lays like a bottle like Jim Beam down on his grave, and like,
I had the Jim Beam bottle myself. It's like he drank the Jim bottle, filled it up with piss, and then put it on the grave afterwards. Fucking guy. Then you get into the whole like the Expendables. Then you're just like, oh, there's all these fucking guys who are all the action heroes. Then you got Arnie. He's my favorite one because I like Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it's the one voice I can actually do quite frequently and on par. I did it with Klein for half the interview. I was doing Arnold's voice. So
he's good. Your Predator's fire. When they remade it with fucking the dude from The Pianist. Yeah.
I'm like, why? Like, what are you doing?
Adrian Brody. It's like, how much money?
People, it's like you go from this big jack guy and you're just like, let's go fucking, where's the skinny guy? Oh, him over there. Go take Jim Brody. You were probably better off taking fucking Vin Diesel. And he's not that good of an actor.
He's good in Fast and the Furious.
He's good in Pitch Black. But
Pitch Black, I haven't seen that.
That's the Riddick movies, the very first one.
Oh, that is good. Yeah. Yep. Oh, yeah, that is good. Yeah.
But my funny things is all the time is like with Arnold Schwarzenegger, at least he has a trajectory that's not only like, oh, I'm a big tough guy. He's just like, hey, Adrian, you think you're so funny? We're gonna put you in kindergarten cop and smack you around. Where's your daddy? Who knows? He's doing something over there.
It's so good. You can't make those movies again. Like that's never gonna happen again.
No, who are you gonna find? A bodybuilder? Nobody else can do it. Fuck you. I'm gonna get pumped up. I'm going to the gym and I'm gonna go beat up the Hulk.
Yeah, that is spot on.
Yeah, it's fucking funny, isn't it?
That's really good. I'm not gonna lie, that's really.
I just find it funny because the one I did with Klein, you listen to the Klein one, that was funny right near the end because I started talking about started doing voices in the background as if it was me and Arnold talking to each other. It was like, Alter Magnus, where are you? I'm over here. Get the fuck over here and continue your interview.
That really does sound like like over the connection too.
I think a lot of people are going to start questioning, like, is this really Arnold Schwarzenegger? No, it's not. It's far from it.
That's good.
So we're going to move into our next segment is question period. I have about, I don't know fucking how many of them. We can go in depth. You can do it as you please. But I'm really interested in hearing the responses for about half of these because some of them I'm just like, he's going to go fucking crazy or he's going to be like very simplistic in it. So I hope they're good. A funny word that is not funny.
Cunt. There's a couple other ones, but
to be honest, that's probably one of the best ones. There's Red, who's one of the newer guys. He said prolapse. I'm like, that's like when your asshole falls out.
I've seen that. It's gross.
I'm like that's fucking gross, but prolapse, I guess. So like I was thinking like moist, but cunt is actually it's a pretty funny word, but man, it cuts through the core. If you ever
see some porn, that prolapse.
Oh fuck.
Red
But
Sox.
if you ever see a TV show you just want to fuck around with it, it's called Louis C.K. It's called what the fuck was it called? Lucky Louie. So he does show. It was pretty funny. And he's with his buddies and he's like, "Oh, why are you so upset?" "Oh, well, we didn't have any sex, blah 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 blah." "Well, what did you do?" "I called her a cunt." And he's like, oh man, what are you doing?" And then they starts explaining why. And he goes, it's like, "Man, I think you hit it right on the head with cunt." So
Dude, I went to a Louis C.K. show back in or last year in like October in Boston, and he was doing his whole set. I like his show and everything. His comedy's funny, but like the guy behind me said, "Yo, he's like, can you stop moving your head around?" And I was like really drunk, and that kind of set me off. And then he ended up pointing us out in the crowd and kicking like the whole group out that section, and that was pretty embarrassing.
That's still pretty funny though.
He's like, "It's enough. Like,
You're lucky it wasn't Arnold up there. You fucking bunch of assholes, get the fuck out of here."
I was kind of nervous because I was like checking like Twitter, not Twitter, but I was like seeing like, is there videos of this? Like this kid. Yeah, no, Boston, it was a brutal crowd. What was that?
Dinkleberg's gone viral.
No, that's my worst fear.
I guess, especially an import expert like you, is that it starts raising some questions.
It does. Trying to, yeah.
Weapon of choice in a battle.
Oh damn. I'll take a Glock 21.
Glock
No,
21.
a Glock 17.
I would take a ball and mace.
Oh, ball and mace. That actually.
You fuck up a lot of people, but you better make sure that you don't lose it. Because
the thing is, like, if he took out a ball and mace, and I took out a gun, it's like, oh man, this guy means business.
This guy's gonna shoot me, but he's got limited bullets. I got a ball and mace, and I can keep his distance, but it's not like you're gonna have like a 60-foot chain in this big fucking torpedo of like spikes all over the place. And you only can do one swing at a time. It's not like standing over to my right and left.
Yeah, if it wasn't a gun, I'd take a yeah, ball and chain sounds good at this point. Or that like that, you know, that weapon in Kill Bill 1 or 2 that like Japanese chick has? She kind of like chucks it. What was that called? You know what I'm talking about? She has like that like spiky ball and a chain. She like throws it around.
That's the ball and mace.
Oh yeah, shit. Yeah, I couldn't handle that. I choked myself with the own chain that killed myself.
you have to swing it above your head. You have to swing it above your head, or you got to spin circles with the fucking thing.
Kill myself.
I'll end up killing myself, exactly.
Yeah.
What's your favorite W logo?
Oh, W logo. Besides my own. Ooh.
Yeah, yours is up there.
Huh. Let me look at. That's a really good question.
So when you go onto the Google Sheets now, all the logos are at the top on the first tab.
On iPhone too, or
when you go into if you go through the Google Sheets at all, you go onto your the tabs along the bottom, the home one.
Ooh, good logo. Oh, this is a big one. Let's see. All right.
There's a lot of good ones.
There are. I'm looking at them now.
Klein's is probably the best in my opinion because it's Jim Leahy from Trailer Park Boys, but as a Chicago Blackhawks logo.
That is a good one. They actually I watched that series like a couple months ago. I watched that whole series and I was like, why have I never seen this?
That's absolutely pretty funny.
Hilarious. I don't want to be that guy, but I do like tickle pussies. Yeah, I like Unholy Grail.
Unholy is pretty good.
Takes it. That mustache son, that's fire.
Do you know what that's from?
No, I don't actually.
It's from the movie Unholy, what's called The Holy Grail, Mighty Python. So if you type in Mighty Python, the Holy Grail, one of the main characters at the beginning has a sun on his chest. That's that logo.
I was thinking it was like a Grateful Dead reference.
Well, it could be. I don't know. I don't know what this kind of music he's into, but he's Canadian, so at least he's got his priorities in order.
That is what it is. All right, let's table that one. Let's go back. I've always liked Renfrew's R. That's a good one.
You know what that is? That's actually the Renfrew Creamery Kings back in the 1920s, an actual NHL team.
There's a lot of history in that. You go back to my logo, it's a fucking Disney character. Okay, all right, we'll table that one too. Hmm.
The Nickelodeon crew.
That shit's sad.
It is.
Let's go with the trash. Let's go with the trash can.
Sumter's is pretty fucking good.
I love that.
Okay, who wouldn't you want to play when it's all on the line?
Ooh, that's a good one too. Shit.
I wouldn't want to play Colin because if it's all on the line, I'm gonna fold like a fucking pack of luckies.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Sean Bell, Colin. I'm not gonna count those because I'm not winning that.
Those are given. I would say Segathon for me because that bastard always beats me at the last second, and it's always those games where I'm just like I'm out dueling him in every single aspect, and he just does one little shitty thing, and I'm like, "Fuck you."
Oh, he always closes it so fast. Like I think I'm doing it well, and then he just nails it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Probably, I'll go with Nips, honestly.
Yeah, Nips. I fucked that trend last season. I beat him in the shitty bill in 6 games.
Did you? Yeah, I never know with him. I can't. Yeah, let's go with Nip or Tickle Puss too.
Yeah,
Wolf. There's a lot of teams.
You'll find your groove.
Trying to say, I guess the worst one would probably be. They're all bad. I'm gonna stick with Richfield's pretty tough.
Yeah, fuck you, Blair.
Whatever B. Clinton that is.
Yeah, that's his oracles.
Yeah, they're brutal.
Yeah. If you had a superpower, what would it be?
Oh damn. Probably to stop time so I could just creep around, steal, and be a weirdo.
Well, there's a joke, and I can't remember what it was, but yeah, there's fuck, I'm probably gonna get it wrong, but basically it's like 2 superheroes are laying on the beach, and the Flash is running around, but only one of them he sees, and he's just like, "Oh, did you feel that?" He's like, "I don't know, but my ass hurts." So like Flash fucked the Invisible Man because
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
yeah, it's something like that. I can't remember if I got the punchline right, but that's what I thought of when I saw the superpowers. Like, I don't want to be invisible. Mine would be self-healing.
Oh, that is a good one.
Yeah. I don't want to read minds. I don't want to be like Mel Gibson and knowing what women want.
Dude,
like,
absolutely not want to read mine. I do not want to know what you think of me.
No, sorry.
You become the quietest person ever if you have that superpower. You're like, oh shit.
You're just like, shit, man. She thinks I'm ugly. Look at her. What the fuck is wrong with her?
That's why he doesn't leave his house.
Yeah, that's why. That's why my penis never leaves my pants. Sexiest accent.
Ooh, sexiest accent. Ooh, that's a good one too. Not Spanish, not.
The one I've been on lately has been British.
No, definitely not.
I don't know. There's just something about Kate Winslet that just gives me a semi.
Okay, now you're winning me over. I'm gonna go with like a soft Russian accent.
What do you want? You want my vodka? You want to come give yourself a schwenker?
That sounds gross.
Yeah. I don't know. The Russian one is just like, I don't know what you want. I come to Canada, touch your pants, and make you feel good. You're like, yeah, you do. No, take my schwanzer and do something with it.
They put a lot of effort into themselves. Like, there's no fat Russian girls.
Yeah, but they fall off a cliff once they hit like 35, 40.
That's very true.
You're like, you look hot. And then you're like, that was last year. And look at you now. I don't know.
They try to get hot and then they just turn into like a sack of potatoes in like 10 years.
Literally, Russia's full of potatoes, not
it is
actual potatoes and people potatoes.
Yeah, it's a shitty country. It's a cold country. Well, not shitty, but like, yeah.
Do you collect anything?
Do I collect anything? Hmm. I want to say I have 75% of the Super Nintendo library
Oh
currently.
shit.
So yeah, I've been collecting that. Okay, retarded person. But yeah, no, probably Super Nintendo games, which is feels nerdy to say.
Well, don't worry, mine's just as nerdy. I collect stats,
That's for what?
video games, sports stats, baseball stats, football, hockey. I got two SD cards that are 250 gigs. They're jam packed with statistics. Like
That's
I can reference anything in sports that's ever existed.
You guys start gambling
Yeah, I've actually created some gambling programs myself.
because it's legal now in Connecticut. You can just log in to FanDuel. Wow, yeah, that's a lot of stats.
It is. It crushes my. That's why everybody's been asking me this. They're like, "Oh, do you think you're gonna burn out? Why are you running so many leagues?" Because now, like, because you're only playing the W. There's another league called the Q, which is we started the season from 1980, doing the same thing we're doing now, but 1980.
Yep.
Then there's another one called Vintage, which hasn't started yet, but that's starting from 1918. Then there's a Sim League, which is starting from 1918, and then there's the OG, so it's just the 95 season. It's nothing else.
Yeah. I think the Q League I tried to join, I was like, I can't handle this. And then
Well, you
95
never
OG
joined the you
League, I was
never
like,
joined the
no.
queue though.
Yeah, I remember asking you about it. And then, like, the draft, I was like, I'm going to fuck up this draft so badly. So I never,
Don't worry about it. It's all good.
huh. Yeah, but yeah.
Best gift you ever received.
Gift I ever received. Oh, shit. Best gift.
Mine was a Sega Genesis.
How about that? Um, hmm. I'm starting to sound sad at this point.
Yeah, it kind of does when you look back at your life. You're like, what the fuck did I receive as a gift? I got some
yeah.
socks some years. Some years I got some sweaters. Like those are fucking ripping off.
Exactly. I'm thinking back and it's like, huh. I said thanks for a lot of gifts I don't even own. Best gift.
I got a gift that gives every year in the morning on my birthday. Nice Hummer's always nice.
Hummer would be nice.
Wake up
Hummer,
in the morning and you're just looking down. You're like, this is nice.
I used to try to like beg my girlfriend, or ex-girlfriend, or never did it. I'd say the best gift is probably a signed Mason Plumlee jersey,
Oh,
like the Hornets. Well, I it's a Nuggets jersey, but
still
yeah,
good.
I don't know where it is.
This one's a new one. Most annoying sound. Every time I think of it,
Ooh.
I automatically think of Dumb and Dumber. But I'm not gonna do it on this because I've
I can't stand when someone sneezes and it's just like an obnoxious sneeze where you can like identify who sneezed by how stupid it sounded. So yeah, I'm gonna go with a dumb sneeze because you
oh
should be
fuck
able
that's good.
right.
A dumb sneeze. You're just like you look over at them, you're just like you're stupid. You're like, why? Because your sneeze is stupid.
It's fucking 9:30. It's like, dude, really? You fucking idiot.
You're a fucking moron.
You don't realize how like, stupid.
You don't
Nah,
realize
yeah.
how dumb you are with your stupid sneeze.
Can't stand those. Yeah, I'm gonna dumb sneeze.
Do you have a hidden talent?
Mm. Um, no, I can ice skate really well, but
That's good. That's better than me. I'm Canadian. I can barely skate. I can stand on skates. I can move. I can't stop. I can't skate backwards, and I never played hockey.
yeah, I can ice skate and rollerblade really well. I don't know if that's talent, but
I don't know
I
what,
don't
and
know, for some
I'm just
reason as
gonna.
a kid. Yeah.
I'm just like that when before even talking to you, my thought process, or at least my vision of what you were, was an actual ginger, and you were wearing a Borat's outfit on fucking roller skates going up and down the boardwalk.
That's spot on.
That's what
Except
I
the
would have
haircut.
thought. I'm like Dinkleberg. That's what I envisioned. And then now I'm like, he's not obviously, but that's what I envision when I think of Dinkleberg. Borat outfits, rollerblading up the boardwalk as a ginger.
That does.
I don't know.
With the green like slingshot that he wears.
Pretty much, yeah. The one with the little banana hammock in it. So
Banana sling, there it is.
a banana slinger. And it's not like we're talking about those little miniature bananas. We're talking about the ones from like the what are they called? Donair or Donair. Or I can't know the banana company that I always see the banana boxes. That's wherever you go to the grocery store, you see them.
Dole.
Dole bananas or whatever they're called. I'm thinking of all the fucking food companies. I don't know why. 3 bucket list ideas.
Ooh, bucket list ideas. Bucket list ideas. So I was gonna die tomorrow and I had to make a bucket list. It's not just sitting on this couch till I die. That one put me on the spot.
Before you come up with the ideas, Jeer just made a comment in the Q League one. I said doing a dark side with Dinkleberg. He says don't like the sound of that. Sounds worse than when you say it out loud too.
Jer said that?
Yeah, Jeer, but when you actually put the words together, it says doing the dark side with Dinkleberg means like poop shoot fucking express.
Doing the dark side. I don't want that as last express. That's a hard one.
That's pretty fucking funny though. Like he just sounds worse than it actually is. I'm just like, fuck, I didn't think about the wording of it, and that sounds actually pretty bad.
That's kind of what I was thinking when he first said it. I was like, dark side? Oh, backside. Yeah. I guess it would probably be to fuck. I want to fuck Jennifer Lopez. Get that out of the way.
Mine would be fuck Hannah Palmer.
Ooh.
Oh, you're not in the Just Babes channel either.
No, I'm not.
What the fuck are you doing, man?
Wait, is that in Discord?
Yeah, go to Team Channels. And there's one called Just Babes. Some guys take it a little far, like Tickle plus Segathon's been putting like statue women, but like there's some nice ones in there.
A lot of traps in here. No, I don't have that. Wait, just wins a shit.
Man, I'll add you. Where's Dink?
Probably bucket list is probably fucking. I don't know, like that. What's that girl's name from Modern Family? Sofia Vergara, or I forgot the fucking name.
Alicia Cara.
Yeah, it's like the Brazilian chick from Modern Family. It's pretty hot, like the mom. Yeah, I say fuck Jennifer Lopez, fuck that girl, and then I think the third.
Here, I'm just gonna.
It's kind of sad. I think of a bucket list. Start dying. Be able to fill that make a wish.
You haven't joined yet. I have to wait until you get in. But there's some hot ones in there. There's some real hot ones.
All right, I don't really have a bucket list. Yeah, no.
My bucket list would probably be gold mining in Alaska.
Okay.
Going to the Antarctic.
Okay.
And fucking Hannah Palmer.
Those are solid. Make that happen.
Nice. She's tight. Just type in Hannah C. Palmer.
Oh god, she is nice.
Yeah.
Oh, she's all in the snow and everything.
Oh yeah. And the thing is, once you get your request into the Just Babes channel, you're gonna probably be spending a lot more time there. We have a guy from the 94 league. He's not even in any of the leagues. All he comes for is the Just Babes channel. 94 will not allow it.
What a sick fuck.
Yep. But aren't we all?
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I'm going to be doing the same. So
there you go.
Not a sick fuck.
All right. From your 2 stints now in the league, what has been the most drastic change that you've seen?
The 2 stints?
Well, you have your first stint, then you left. Now this is your second stint.
Not a lot of one-timers anymore.
No,
It's more,
they're very
it's that
difficult.
like, yeah, it's that slant that I see is like,
Cross
you can
crease.
see that goal coming. Yeah, the cross crease, that's what it is. You can see
Yeah,
that coming a mile away. And you know when you fucked it up, when like your goalie's stuck on the pole, tongue on the pole.
hung on the
That's
pole.
like kind of, I see that's like the go-to way a lot of people score now. They use the same person. They kind of run the same play. Now,
Put it this way, I'm one of the few people that probably doesn't use the cross crease. I don't use the down B. And then everyone kind of wonders, like, how do I score? Like, even Solani had 144 goals this season. So,
I saw that.
yeah.
I like crashing the goal, just throwing all the players at it. No, the cross
Yeah.
crease, though, that's kind of the go-to for most people now.
Well, it seems like it, but a lot of people like it because it's simplistic, but neither here or there.
Yeah. So I kind
Favorite
of like focus trying to keep the D in front of, right? I don't know if that's the counter to it, but I try to keep my D. What is it called? The defense in front of the goalie. I don't know.
Oh, like you manually like you pin your goalie against the net kind of thing.
Yeah, I do that, and then I'll make sure there's like I'm trying to think of the words. Shit.
Crash the crease, congest.
Yeah, it's kind of yeah, that is kind of the way to score. But yeah.
So next one, favorite smell.
Ooh, favorite smell. Pine. That's a good
Pine
one.
or pot?
Not pine. Pine
Yeah,
tree.
pine trees are
I
good.
mean, my apartment smells like pot too. But
I would say ocean breeze. Like you know when you're on like a beach,
oh, ocean breeze is good.
Just invigorates you in some way.
Really a good like tanning lotion too. Kind of sets the right mood. Some bronzer.
You're
The smell
just
of
like,
bronzer.
oh, just giving a squirt down there. You're like, oh shit, put the wrong cream down there.
Yeah.
Worst thing that you've ever eaten.
Oof, God. I can't stand sour cream for some reason. Can't eat that. Worst thing I've ever eaten though was probably a Big Mac I bought at LaGuardia or no JFK. I bought a Big Mac. Got on the flight and probably I was going to California, so probably like 2 hours in that I was in the bathroom for like 25 minutes just throwing up.
Fuck.
It's like covered in sweat.
They come
The
out
flight
that
attendants are like, there's
don't
two of them.
land
And they're like, is everything okay? I was like, dude, please don't land this plane. That I haven't eaten a Big Mac probably in 10 years since that happened. Yeah, that nasty ass LaGuardia or JFK Big Mac was.
Mine's pretty bad. I was about like 9,
Mhm.
and me and my brother, we were like where my parents live is like out in the field, and like they have this like sticked forest area. So we went in there and we thought that somebody had thrown away chocolate M&Ms. So we picked up all these things in a hubcap. We were running back to my dad and we're like shoving it in our mouth and we're eating it. My dad's like, put that fucking shit away. And we're like, what? And my brothers keep shoving it in as like I'm like talking to my dad. He says, that's rabbit shit. And we're thinking it's fucking like Reese's peanut butter cup pieces. So yeah, when somebody says go eat shit, I said I've already done that. I'm not gonna go down that again.
Oh, that's
Yeah, it's pretty
actually,
bad.
yeah. If I go back on that, I was at a strip club once, and the stripper had brandy, and she filled her entire mouth with it, and then spit it in my mouth, and that
Oh.
is I ended up throwing up on the floor. I
She
guess
don't
that's
know
worse
what's
than
been in her mouth before seeing you.
gnarly.
She probably
Probably worse
still
thing I
had
ever
the
drank.
fucking drips on the side of her mouth from the last guy she did.
Yeah, it was disgusting. Oh, they could throw up just thinking about that.
The gag reflexes started to regurgitate here. Uh,
Yeah.
three NHL players, living or dead, you would want to hang out with.
Ooh. 3 NHL players living or dead. We got to go with Gretzky. That's a solid one. And what's the Gretzky? And then he scored Mbappe doesn't count. what's that? I can't think of his name. What's the Russian guy?
Ovechkin.
Yeah, Ovechkin, and then the last one would be. Yeah, I'm kind of fuzzy on that.
I've had mine for like about the last like 5 years. Who I would want to hang out with. Mine would be Jean Beliveau.
Okay.
Just because he's Canadian, he's from Montreal. My dad actually met him hundreds of times because my dad's parents used to own a bar down in the old port of Montreal where the Habs used to go after games. Then the other one would be Brian Spinner Spencer.
Okay.
He's a fucking wild child. And then the last one, I would probably say like Ovechkin too.
She was good. I like that tall guy in the Bruins too.
Chara? Yeah.
Yeah. He slaps around. That's a bruiser.
Yeah, he is. Well, when you're 6'9", 240, I'd say so. He's massive. Favorite game outside of 95?
Ooh. I remember I was really into Counter-Strike 1.6 and Counter-Strike Source. So I'm gonna go with Counter-Strike. Half-Life is good too. Let's go with Counter-Strike Source, honestly. That's probably the game I put the most hours in.
Makes sense. Mine's always been Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Ooh, that is a good one too.
It is.
Yeah, I'm super Counter-Strike though.
5 things you can't live without, excluding food.
Ooh.
I've modified this. I said you can't include family or house. But I'm just
I wasn't gonna include them anyways. Alcohol, weed.
What was that thing we used to get back in the day? Pussy.
That's what that is.
Yeah. I think this is probably be the most vulgar dark side that we've had.
Gotten used to that though. It's sad to say, but internet, and that's like, usually because I was born in 92. Like, remember not having internet, but now it's kind of not. Sad to say, but yeah, I probably couldn't live without internet. And then it's the last one. I say what? Alcohol, weed. Can't live without my thumbs. That would suck.
That's a good one. I would have said a good pair of shoes.
Ooh, good pair of shoes.
It's a stupid one, but man, I like walking, so I like to be comfortable.
Well, there's nothing more depressing than buying like a nice pair of shoes and then they like they'll rub up your ankle, blister like the back of your heel.
Yeah, you get the scuff mark.
Those are dress shoes too.
Fuckers.
Sizes aren't consistent. They really aren't.
No. Give me your best pickup line.
Best pickup line. Best pickup line.
I took mine from a movie, and if you've ever seen it, Blast from the Past with Brendan Fraser, could you help me? I'm looking for my Congressional Medal of Honor.
He's on Tinder. I was like, you could do like nice eyes. That's usually a good starter.
Yeah.
But I always like, what's your favorite color Skittle? And then they'll be like, wait, I think got
purple.
Yeah, it's loading. Oops.
What's loading? We might have.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
Oh, like shit. What the fuck was I even saying?
You said like, what's your favorite color Skittle? I said purple. I thought you were gonna actually hit on me for it. So.
Oh yeah. Shit, I actually lost my train of thought. That's not good. Cut that out.
Don't worry. Put down the drink.
That's not meal
of meal of choice on death row.
Meal of choice on death row. Solid. Some solid lasagna. Not fucked up. Not too much ricotta. Nice lasagna.
Nice thick cheese on the top.
Yeah. It had something they fuck up too. There's no cheese. Yeah, nice lasagna.
Mine, I honestly, I'm gonna say this because my wife's been making a lot of it recently. It's basically like gyros or Slovakia. It's the same thing, but she makes it with sweet potato with Moroccan spices. So instead of
Ooh,
having meat, you're actually having like starch from your sweet potato, but it's like it's a homemade wrap as well and everything. Yeah, like I go fucking jonesing for it. So I would say that kind of in the burrito category too. So
yeah, gyros are good.
yeah, they are. What were you doing before the W?
Not much. Uh, same shit.
Same shit I'm
Same
doing
shit with no
now.
outlet. Yeah, no,
Biggest biggest pet peeve.
ooh, biggest pet peeve. Bad breath. That's
Well,
a game
especially with
changer.
that stripper spitting fucking whiskey in your mouth.
Dude, that was so disgusting. It was so warm too. It's like,
Oh, she's gargling it with the fucking cum that's
dude,
still in her mouth from before.
it was even whiskey. It was like E&J, that like that blue bottle
Ugh.
brandy.
It's oh fuck, I'm dry heaving thinking of that.
Dude,
Um, do you think that
uh,
do you think the 95 league could be bigger than the 94?
yeah. The problem with the 94 league is there wasn't like the Discord's dead.
Oh,
It's
there's
like
nothing going on it.
it's so boring.
Well,
It's just
that's why we intermingled with our just babes. We've been
as weird
bringing
as
a
it
lot of
sounds. Yeah.
94 people over.
As weird as it sounds, there's no community in the 94 league. It's just not.
Here it's a
And then
party.
you have like the legends who are just not on any level ever possible to get to. And they just kind of dominate. It's like that's like same four people. I mean, I suck terribly,
Oh
but
fuck. But like you have like King Raph, you have Angry J, you have Chaos, and
okay,
Dan
there's one
TML.
more. Yeah, I saw that in the OG one. I was like, nope, I'm not gonna. Nah, this isn't gonna work.
Yeah, you know what the funny thing is Dan TML came to our side to try it, and he's like, "Oh, I'll come in." His team was going to be called the Regina Experience, but like his logo was like a spot like Batman, but it was a Regina. But he played one game, got blown out, and quit.
Did he really? Oh, I thought he would kill it. He's got that weird like Jesus. Yeah.
No,
Wow, he got blown out.
he got fucked up. I think it was I don't even know who the hell he played. I think it was LHX or Puss. Blew the fuck up, blew his doors off, and he said, "Fuck this." So, yeah, we had to fill in that spot pretty quickly.
It's really hard going back and forth because it's just a different game. It's so much slower.
It's like dry humping in
Yeah,
94. It's just like I can do as much motions as I can, but I can never score. It's just it's and even the backhanders. It's like the goalie's double pad stacks and the puck goes in all the time. I'm like, how? How? I'm blocking the fucker. You can't fucking stop every single puck. So I've been like the thing that I've been throwing a lot of the 94 guys off. I've been using manual goalie,
mhm.
like as if I'm playing 95, and it fucks them all up. They're like, nobody uses manual in 94, or only like unless you're one of the elite guys, they use it to some degree.
They get pissed off. It's like all you have to do is just hit
Oh
manual
yeah.
goal back
Oh,
into the goal.
they get fucking pissed. Like the puck will get shot down in the corner. I'll take my goalie, go behind the net, and their players are coming at you. And then I use the A to flick the puck in the air. It goes over their players. And they're like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, I'm playing goalie. They're like, we don't see this in 94. I'm like, well, I'll start fucking learning. I still get blown out, but what the fuck? It's so funny.
Yeah, they're really finicky. Yeah, I don't because honestly, they only really score on the deeks, and then you just if you just back the goal into the net, they can't score.
No, and that's what I try to do. Or I do like the G lock move is that you take your manual goalie, they're coming down, you just dive at.
Oh, that fucks me up so much. I gotta stop doing that.
It's so funny in 94. They're like, what are you doing? I'm like, hey, I'm Ron Hextall. I'm actually being Ron Hextall. I'm gonna fucking take you out.
I mean, unfortunately, I made the worst goalie in the league. No, they take that as the like
It is
manual
so
goalie is kind of like their down B
yeah, but
agreement.
the thing is, it's an option in the game. Why are you getting so frustrated? Like I've beaten some good guys in 94. Like I'm talking like top 10. I've beaten a few of them, and I've done the manual goalie, and they're like, if you can do this on a regular basis, you could be very good at 94. I'm like, I don't want to. I don't
Yeah, no,
want to
it's
be
not.
at 94.
It's just not worth it. You're never gonna
Like
catch
it's
up.
like watching ice melt. So
It
come on,
really is.
get to the next level. I want to do something here.
Super slow too, and the penalties are pretty brutal.
They are. When did you find out that Santa was fake?
That's hilarious. I was like 6, and I went. I guess my mom. I'm just coming from my mom. My mom said I went to her crying and just terrified about a man coming down from our chimney and just breaking into the house. So she had to like actually sit me down like when I was like 5 years old and be like, he's not real. No one's coming through the chimney. You're safe. So basically, since I was 5 years old, it terrified me.
Well, mine was that I think it was like 6 or 7. I went downstairs and I saw this guy like putting gifts down, but he was sitting next to the table where the cookies and milk were. And I like walk in front of my dad's fucking half tanked drinking with a bottle of whiskey in one hand or bourbon or something, and he's eating the cookies and milk. I'm like, Dad? He's just like, get the back to bed. The next morning, and he's just like, you didn't see anything. And from then, I know that it didn't exist. It was my dad.
I mean, kudos to them for wrapping all those gifts because that shit sucks.
Yeah, it does. Worst advice ever given, whether you gave it or somebody gave it to you.
Oh, worst.
I'd say yours would be betting on Matthew Stafford.
It's a lot of money that day.
What a prick.
I said, got a lot of words.
A lot of memories.
Gotta stop. Worst advice.
Mine was go to university.
That's one of them too. Yeah, definitely go to college. It doesn't really. I should
Doesn't
finish,
matter.
but
It doesn't
play
matter.
out. The worst advice was to start dating my last ex, who was like dated for like 4 years. She was like the best apparently, and then no, that was bad advice. That was a massive time thing. Yeah, dating Francesca is probably the shittiest advice I've ever gotten. Should talk to her.
No, not anymore.
No, not anymore.
No, she's better with her mouth full.
Best advice I ever got was cheat first, because you get it out of the way, you're gonna win. Right? I mean, it's like cheat first. Whatever. I cheated on you like 8 months ago. That's not. I already got you.
It's not like you beat me at this, like a race. Like, hey, you know what? Like the first night we hooked up and you said I love you, I was fucking somebody else that morning. Haha.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And now you got the clap that I got from her. Sorry.
Now we're married, and
Yeah, you know what? We're married. That's not actually our kid. That's somebody else's. Like, you gave birth to it, yes, but it's not my kid because like I'm impotent. And that night that you were drunk and woke up, and then you're like, oh well, and like I was laying naked next to you. It's just I couldn't get up. I had whiskey dick. It was my best friend who came in and fucked you. Just something fucking completely left field that like throw her off.
Whiskey dick. There's a caterpillar in the bed. It's like, nah, it's my penis. It's all good.
Somebody forgot a Fig Newton. I don't know.
Dude, you have like sex the girl. You really like if your mind like travels elsewhere, I'll get like from hard to soft instantly. It's like
somebody's like think of baseball. I'm like, I didn't even have to. I just thought of you and it fucking went down.
It's like the Mavs or something. It's like, oh wait, they did have a bad game last night. It's like, oh, never mind. That shit went limp.
Oh,
I'm not hot anymore. It's like, no, that's not it.
No, sorry. The Hornets did not sting you. Don't worry.
The Hornets suck so bad.
They do. LaMelo should go fuck himself.
Fucking his ankles, bro. They're killing him.
Well, fuck, he's got duck feet. What do you expect?
Dude, he came back and he had the most threes. Like from when he came back, it was like most threes in the NBA from when he came back in like January. But he cannot play defense. He just rakes that ball.
He's a sieve. What do you expect? Most basketball, that's the one sport I like. I enjoy watching it once in a while, but I don't understand that you score 150 points and still lose.
Yeah, that's the thing too. It really only comes down to like that last like drive in like the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and the thing is if I was 6'9", I'd be playing basketball too.
6'9", yeah.
I wasn't given the genetics. Sorry, I'm not playing basketball. I can defy the odds and maybe make it. Nah.
Aren't you like 6'4" or right?
Who?
I thought you were pretty tall, right? No,
I'm 6'1".
Yeah, me too.
We're 6'1" and 3/4. I round up, so
I'll go with 6 feet. It's
Yeah,
like, oh, it's good enough.
yeah. Most overused word or phrase.
Hmm. I don't like when people always start their sentence with essentially or basically, and then they kind of go on.
You already
Ooh.
know that it's going to be a horrible conversation when they say that.
It's like there's like a couple people, it's like essentially, basically,
Mine is let's
that's
go.
annoying.
I fucking hate it. And everyone knows not to say it in Discord. And I
Let's
know you're
go.
going to probably, what's the point? You just accomplished what you're doing. Let's go. You're like, we just scored. What the fuck do you want to go? We just did it. Like, there's no point of accomplishment anymore. Or a kid he wins a participation award and he goes to his mom. Let's go. Look, I got an award. But why didn't you just say, hey, I won? Hey, I scored. Hey, you suck. Let's go. Fuck off. Go fuck yourself. That's what I say to people that say, let's go to me.
It sounds bad in person.
Oh, is it ever? It's like, why are you getting hyped up about let's go? Like, we've already gone. We're all coming to follow you. There's no reason for you to encourage us more with the same fucking word that our actions are showing you.
Right. Actually thinking of people now that have said that. Like, wow, that was really fucking shit. Let's go.
It's just like, why? I don't want to. Fuck you. I got more important things to do. I'm staying here. Fuck off.
It's a filler statement for some of
It
this.
is. It's just like when people say they're in interviews, they go, yeah, like today we did really good. Yeah, like I understand that that's more or less you're trying to find the word that you want to use. You don't want to sound like a moron. So a lot of the times the way I look at it is I'm saying, what? I'd rather sound like a moron and don't have any broken words in my speech. I'd rather just keep talking. It's verbal diarrhea, but come out essentially in some form or another what I want to say with excess of words that have no correlation to what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
but it will come out. I don't like empty air.
Yeah,
I like empty balls. But that's my principle.
Let's go. No, I'm gonna actually. That's gonna
pay attention to it. You're gonna hear it so much
more.
You're gonna hear it so much more now in sports, and you're just gonna be like, "Oh my god, shut the fuck up."
It's true that he's overused. Definitely gonna pick that out now. Like you didn't just say that, did you?
Yeah, they do. The person that said it the other day, one of my customers, he says, "Let's go." I'm like, please refrain from using that word in the future around me. He's just like, why? Like, let's go is a good word. I'm like, do you use it in celebrations? Yeah. And I walked out, called him and said, I'm not doing business with you anymore.
It's a solid indicator.
Solid indicator you're a douchebag.
Douchebag with kind of just going off the vibe. You're not really in there.
So the one way I always like to say it is what's his fuck, I forget his name. But it's basically like somebody going saying let's go and they're wearing a scarf, but like it's spring and they're wearing like a cardigan open with a button up t-shirt and they're wearing khakis with like loafers or flip-flops and they're wearing a scarf with a backwards tube like I'm wearing right now, but in the spring. And then saying let's go. If that's somebody I want to just punch you in your granola face.
The scarf in the winter, it's hard to pull off. Really, a scarf's hard.
You know how you do a scarf? A scarf is meant to protect your neck. You wrap that fucker around you and you close your jacket. Done. You don't wear it on the outside because it's not accomplishing what it's meant to be done. Protecting your fucking throat from freaking getting a cold.
Even that, it doesn't. It's
even
like,
then, it has
really
no
doesn't
principle.
ever get that cold.
It's not. When you really think about a scarf, is an overused fucking piece of cloth that you don't even really need. Here, one more thing for me to carry around that I don't need.
Just gonna fucking lose. Blow my nose in it.
Oh fuck! Wipe my cock off on it, or fucking like hang myself. But maybe the threads might break because it's not meant for weight.
You gotta get the cashmere ones. That'll hold it.
Oh, it's crazy. If you were dropped in history at any time in history, where would you want to be dropped into and why?
Ooh, the 80s. I think I missed out. I think I missed out on that section. So I'd probably go to high school.
I'd probably want to drop into the 70s so that I could be around for the 80s.
Yeah. Like, okay, I'm born in the 70s. high school takes place in the 80s.
Yeah.
Afterwards takes place in the 90s.
There's just something that, imagine the movie Dazed and Confused, but in the 80s. And that's when you were going around like the big jock on campus. Everyone wants to fuck you. You don't have to show up to school. The teachers give you passing grades just for being there. I don't know. This seems like a fun time.
Because like when I graduated high school, there wasn't like, I mean, people had cell phones, but there wasn't the whole everyone had an iPhone. Like the service sucked. I can't imagine. I mean, if you go to like a bar now, it's like everyone just sits on their phone. I would really like to be able to be back in an era where that wasn't a possibility.
You know what the funny thing is? Imagine you go into a bar now and pulled out your cock. Nobody be paying attention because everybody be on their phone.
Exactly. It's not. I don't know. That might not work.
It might not work. It might not work. The bouncer might fucking throw you off on your ass, but it's still funny nonetheless.
Bouncer. Oh, God.
Favorite TV show and movie?
Sopranos, 100%.
Okay.
Favorite TV show. And then favorite movie. Technically, like best film movie, like visually, I would say 2001: A Space Odyssey is unmatched, just because it was like film. That sounds really nerdy.
But no,
but like just the way they filmed it,
you're in a group with a bunch of nerds. I don't think anyone's going to take offense to it.
No, I'm offended just saying it. But Signs, I'm gonna go with Signs. That's a classic. Mel Gibson. Signs is probably my favorite movie.
Okay, mine would be Gladiator.
Ooh.
And TV show, fuck. I always go back to it. I think Breaking Bad is one of those good shows that just like has the staying power, but I always go back to Red Dwarf.
Was it Red
Dwarf? It's a BBC. It's from Britain. It's basically one guy who's basically puts into stasis and then wakes up in like 3 million years later. And the only person that he has in his life with him is his cat that's bred into a human over time, a mechanoid, and a hologram of his roommate. But it takes place in space, which is fucking hilarious. They're on this big mining ship. It's just fucking funny. It took place in the 80s or early 90s, actually. Just a really good show, I found.
I never heard of that.
If you have a porn star name.
Porn star name. Ooh.
I've said mine a few times. My brother's is Rock Hard.
That's good.
And mine is Sirloin.
I'll go with Greasy. Keeping it greasy. Porn star names.
Oh,
I really don't. When I watch porn, I don't really put the volume on. It kind of takes it out of it. I hate the dialogue.
you got the controller in your left with your button on the mute button. So you're like, I want to hear the girl, but I don't want to hear the guy. You're like, like I'm breaking my rhythm here.
Because most guys don't do that. I mean, I hate making noise. It takes me out of it. Like it's fine for the girl, but if I'm making noise and I'm like thinking about it,
I'm probably more in the bucket of like trying to think as I'm a long distance runner, where I'm taking small breaths and letting it out my nose so that I don't make any other sounds. I want to be inconspicuous, even though I'm being completely in the mode.
It's like I'm trying not to have a heart attack and a stroke at the same time. Just let me fuck you. I don't need to vocalize it.
I don't need you to talk. I just need you to moan. I don't want to say a word. I don't want eye contact. I just want to be doing this. If I tell you to flip positions, it's going to be all in hand gestures.
I got it. Give me the vocalization just so I know I'm doing something right.
Move over.
Like, oh.
If you're hearing the noise to the left, it means I want you to go left. Okay, now if I want you on the back, I'm going to do a deep sound because I want you to go down. It's like, okay, that works.
That works. Yeah, from the back's probably the best.
Probably is.
That position.
Best advice you could tell yourself if you were 12 now.
Best advice I could tell myself I was 12 now. I would say don't let yourself get out of shape in your mid-20s. Because that shit's hard as fuck to work off later 20s.
Um, I would probably say to myself, in my 12-year-old self, is start saving now.
Oh, yeah.
Save
Start
your
your
fucking money.
401k, yeah, like when you're 20, 21. Start saving.
Yeah, but like when you're 12, put that fucking money into a piggy bank and hide it underneath your bed. Cut a hole into the foundation. Do something. Keep that money somewhere that you don't spend. Don't go buy fucking cartoons. Don't go buy comic books. Forget the pop. Your parents will buy it for you anyways. Don't buy any video games. You can steal them if you have to, and or you can go over to your friend's place who has it and steal theirs.
So true. You're like 12 years old. You're not gonna arrest a 12-year-old for stealing a fucking video
No,
game.
it's
Should
fucking.
have thought about that.
There's laws out there. You can't put a kid in. Well, you're putting into juvie. Fine, I get a 3-course meal and fucking a cot to live on for the next 5 years. Let's do it.
Still got Final Fantasy for Super Nintendo though.
Pretty much. Um, One underrated game on Super Nintendo I find is Earthbound.
Oh, it is good. It's kind of like Pokemon or the Game Boy Pokemon.
Kind of, but it has that feature where you're like it's underrated.
It's super charming. It really is.
Last question. If alcohol was mandatory in sport, which sport would be the funniest to have it as a mandatory rule?
Man, it's very rule. I'd say football. That shit would get wild.
I think I said I thought water polo would be pretty funny.
A lot of drowning.
A lot of drowning, a lot of people getting fucked up with balls in the face. Like it just has
Volleyball.
a mess written all over.
I'm just thinking like someone get absolutely tabletop.
Oh, that would be hilarious. So
Yeah.
that would be the end of the question period. So now it's just open mic for like probably the next couple minutes. If you have anything you want to say, you want to tell everybody in the league, questions for me, it's up to you.
Open mic period. I might need some jump cuts for this, I have to think.
You need some jump cuts?
Just to cut out the silence. Questions for you.
Start bebopping like Arnold does. Boom, the boom, the boom. It's not funny. Come on, Dinkleberg. Figure it out.
It's fucking spot on.
Spot on. Huh. I gotta get my balls washed later on. It's not funny. I was doing some squats this afternoon and like I thought my pants ripped open and I told the bitch, holding my balls while I do these squats. I don't need you to support me. Just support my balls.
Squats. I wish I could do squats. Oh, my knee's so fucked up. I guess what made you start the 95 league? Because that kind of came out of nowhere. And it blossomed very quickly.
Yeah, it's still blossoming for some reason. I started it because I was doing mods for NHL 95, but then I was doing some other games as well. I was doing World Series Baseball, Triple Play, NFL Primetime, Techno Super Bowl. I was doing a whole bunch of other mods, and then 95 was always my favorite sports game because it had the season mode. It had something that 94 didn't have. Also had the option you can create players, and then I just said to myself, I'm like, you know what? Let's see if there's a league. And then I found the 94 league, and I started playing in. And then there's the Discord for it as well. And I'm like, you know what? It'd be fun to have like a 95 like dynasty league. Like you have Madden, you have all the players' ratings over the seasons and everything like that. So then I just started digging everywhere, and then I found King Raph and Segathon had tried to start it during the pandemic, but they were having too much like desyncs and everything else like that. So then I said, well, that was like 6 months ago. Let's give it another shot. So and Bob's your uncle, and look where we are now.
How'd you find everyone though? I mean,
a lot of it. Segathon had 4 guys. I put it on the 94 forums and asked guys if they would want to play. And then some guys came, some guys didn't. Like Gamby's from 94. Halifax is 94. King Raph was 94. So I got like about 5 or 6 guys that were 94. And then like over time, it just started growing. More and more people were like, hey, I'm interested. Hey, I got 2 buddies that want to join. Oh, I got this. I got this. I got this. So it's gotten bigger over the last like 6 months. I'd say the last 6 months has really blossomed even more. And there's people that are like leave and then come back. People that have left are saying, I'm gonna come back in the fall. Like they're just it just gives everybody kind of an outlet to play in. So
Yeah, they work out perfectly.
it did.
So I guess then, what annoys you the most with
people not
Dink
playing their
and
fucking
95?
games?
I'm at 70. I'm not
You don't have to worry about like the excuses.
Yeah.
You've played like 50 games in like 3 weeks, where other people have played 50 games in the last 6 months.
No life.
Yeah, I know. Like I'm in the same boat too, but like there's people out there that play their games, play them consistently. And everything else is good from there.
So what happens though because I noticed when you look at the sheets, it has like that lockout bar. What happens once we get to 2003? Do we just reset and redraft
So 2004 is the last season before the lockout. The lockout season, we're just gonna run a mini tournament, and then we're gonna start the 05 season. The 06 season. 06. We'll skip over to the 06.
Are we gonna keep the players?
Yeah, if the player retired during the lockout, you would have to replace them. But if they're still going after the lockout, that player stays on your team.
It's gonna be a game changer.
Yeah, because the 06 draft is what everyone wants. It's Crosby, Ovechkin.
Yeah, and a lot of teams have gotten used to scoring with the same people.
Yep.
Really gonna.
Why do you think I went after players that have long careers? Like Solani plays until 2015 or 16, so I got time still with him.
I just wasted it on boosts.
Well, boosts are gone. They no longer exist.
Didn't help.
No, they didn't help. They got kind of messy too.
Yeah, it did. Man, boost. The lockout. I think. So you live in Canada.
Yep.
NHL league. Try not to have radio silence.
No, don't worry. We can end it here too. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I can't really think of any other questions I would ask.
That's perfectly fine. So we can end it here. That's all good. I'm pretty sure we're going to see you on Discord more often, and then this goes on YouTube. So luckily, you didn't give your real name because people could find you pretty easily.
Yeah, I'm in the Google Sheets with my real name.
There you go. But don't worry, no one's going to find you.
No, not.
Nobody cares about 95 as much as most 94 people think, but neither here or there.
I care about it.
I know. So everybody, this was a blast. We had Dinkleberg, Dinkleberries, the man, the myth, the Dink, and hope everyone's gonna get their games in. The season's winding down. We got 8 days before the season ends. And Dink, if you want to do the sign off, you can go ahead and do it.
Oh, sign off. Well, this is Dink. I hope I lived up to the expectations. A lot of pressure on this one.
Well, you lived it up to it. Everybody play your fucking games. This is your host, Ultra Magnus. Peace out.